Good morning, students. Welcome to e-learning program. Myself, Sunil Lekar from HAL English Medium School, Ozar Township, Ozar. Children, in the last video, we have seen lesson number 11, Struggle for Equality. And in the first part of this video, we have seen what is the struggle for equality is there. Then peasant movement, we have seen the topic. Then workers union, then socialist movement. We have seen these topics, we have discussed these topics. Now the next topic is feminist movement is there. In the Indian social system, women were given secondary position due to many evil practices. They were subjected to unjust, but during the modern period there was an awakening against it. Some of the male reformers took initiative in the reform movement related to women. In the course of time, women leaders started coming forward. Their independent institution organizations came to be established. Pandita Ramabai established the Mahila Samaj and Sharda Sadan. Similarly, Seva Sadan, founded by Ramabai Ranade, are examples of this. Bharat Mahila Parishad 1904 and All India Women's Conference 1927 were founded as well. Therefore, this institutional work reached at the national level for the issue such as right to inheritance, right to vote, etc. etc. Women had to struggle through the medium of these organizations. Ramabai Janardhan Save was the first practicing women doctor in India. She delivered a series of lectures related to health issues of women. She also opened a branch of Red Cross Society at Rajkot. During the 20th century, participation of women in public life began to increase. Women's participation in the national movement and revolutionary work was significant. After the Act of 1935, women were included in the provincial ministries as well. After independence, the principle of equality of men and women has been clearly stated in the Constitution of India. Okay, now here the Anandibai Joshi, uh, the block for the Anandibai Joshi is there. The first Indian female doctor, her son lived a life of only 10 days and then he died. This sorrow became responsible for inspiring her to study medicine. She acquired MD degree in 1886. While returning to India, Anandibai contracted tuberculosis. Later on 16th February 1887, she died in Pune. Okay, now we have seen the topic that is feminist. Okay, uh, the feminist reforms related to the women is there. Women had secondary in that topic, in that paragraph. The women had secondary status and were subjected to many injustice in the Indian social system. In the 20th century, many women leaders took an active part in the reform movement related to women. We have seen here. They started their struggle for issues such as right to inheritance, right to vote, etc. They fought for the solution of women related issues. Their work reached at the national level. After the Act of 1935, women were included the provincial ministries. Okay. Institution set up by women. Which institution set up by the women? First of all, Pandita Ramabai, she established Arya Mahila Samaj and Sharda Sadan. Then Ramabai Ranade, she established Seva Sadan. Bharat Mahila Parishad was founded in 1904. In 1927, All India Women's Conference was established. Okay, now Dr. Ramabai Janardhan Save, who she was the first practicing women doctor in India. She delivered a lecture on health related issues of women. She opened a branch of Red Cross Society in Rajkot. Okay, now these points we have seen are discussed in this paragraph, especially. Now, Dr. Anandibai Joshi we have seen here. She was the first Indian female doctor. Then the death of her 10 years old son inspired her to study medicine and acquired MD degree in 1986. But she died of tuberculosis on 16 February 1887 at Pune. Okay. Now the next point is that is the Dalit movement. The Indian social structure was based on inequality. Social reformers like Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Narayan Guru brought about awakening of the people against the unjust treatment given to the Dalits in society. Following the teaching of Mahatma Phule, Gopal Baba Walankar and Shivram Jamba Kamble worked for the eradication of untouchability. In 1888, Gopal Baba Walankar, in his book Vidhansan, Vitthal Vidhansan condemned untouchability. Shivram Jamba Kamble started the magazine, that is Somovanshya Mitra. On 1st July 1908, he raised voice regarding issues of Murali and Joktins. We can say in Marathi Murali. He also took initiative for marriage of Devdasis. In Tamil Nadu, Periyar Ramaswamy started a movement for eradication of untouchability. In 1906, Maharshi Vitthal Ramji Shinde started a depressed class mission for the progress of Dalits. The important part of their work was to make the Dalits self-respectful, well educated and engaged in work, while the second part of their work was to destroy the delusive ideas regarding Dalit in the minds of upper caste. For this purpose, he founded Marathi schools, work schools in part of Parel, Devnar in Mumbai. He actively took part for the benefit of Dalit class regarding Satyagraha for entry in Parvati temple at Pune. Shetkari Parishad of Dalits, Federal Electorate, etc. Rajarshi Shahu Maharaj gave support to the leadership of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. During his period, he led the non-Brahmin movement. Rajarshi Shahu Maharaj made revolutionary declaration for reservation in the state of Kolhapur. He made a law for free and compulsory primary education. He did substantial work for abolition of caste distinction. There were three restrictions put up in the caste system: interdining, intermarriage, and change of occupation. In these regards, during meeting and conferences, Shahu Maharaj ate food from the hands of Dalit people and overthrew the restrictions on interdining. Shahu Maharaj believed that till the restrictions on intermarriage is followed, till then the caste distinction will not be uprooted. He passed the act of intercaste marriage and gave it a legal acceptance in his state. On 22nd February 1918, he abolished the Balutedari system by publishing the declaration of in the government gazette of the state of Kolhapur. Permission was granted to practice any occupation by anyone. By giving freedom of occupation by Shahu Maharaj, the people were freed from a type of social slavery. The Justice Party did valuable work for social equality in South India. Mahatma Gandhi took up the issue of eradication of untouchability in his hands and put it up on the platform of Indian National Congress. While at Yeroda prison, he debated with the rigid Hindu Pandits, stating that the religious texts of Hindus do not support untouchability. He gave inspiration to Harijan Sevak Sangha by taking inspiration from him, Amrutlal Vittal Thakkar, alias Thakkar Bapa. Thakkar Bapa, the assistant in Nasik is there. Okay, Appa Sahib Patwardhan, etc. These activists dedicatedly work for equality. Struggle for Dalits began in the leadership of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. He aimed to establish a society based on principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity. He was convinced that injustice to Dalit and inequality would not end unless the caste system was completely uprooted. According to him, social equality was the right of Dalits. He intended to carry out the movement based on self respect. From this point of view, he established a Bahishkrut Hitakari Sabha in July 1924. Be educated, be organized, and be agitated was the inspirational message given by him to the followers. Baba Sahib Bhole. Baba Sahib Bhole got a bill passed in the Bombay Provincial Assembly for the public water reservoir to be opened to the untouchables. However, in reality, the water reservoirs were not accessible to the Dalits. At hence, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar and his followers started Satyagraha at Chaudhar Lake in Mahad. He also burned a Manusmriti which advocated inequality. In 1930, he started Satyagraha for the entry of Dalits in the Kalaram temple at Nashik. The Satyagraha was led Karmavir Dada Sahib Gaikwad. Newspaper was an integral part of the Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar movement to create awakening in the society to voice out their grief. Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar started newspaper like Muknayak, Bahishkrut, Bharat, Janta and Samata, etc. etc. Okay, now these social reformers work for the Dalit movement is there. Okay, especially we have seen the Gopal Baba, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule for the Dalit movements, Narayan Guru, who created awakening against unjust treatment of Dalit, especially. Okay, then Gopal Baba Valankar, who worked for eradication of untouchability, wrote book Vittal Vidwansa condemning untouchability. Then we have seen the Shivram Jamba Kamble. Okay, Shivram Jamba Kamble, who was the work for the eradication of untouchability. He started the magazine Somavanshia Mitra on 1st July 1908. Okay, we have seen here. Now, he raised a voice regarding issues of Murlis and Joktins. Okay, we have seen here Joktins and Murlis. Okay, then raised and took initiative for the marriage of marriages of devdasis. Okay, these also the bad practices are there. Devdasis and Murali and Joktins are there. Okay, this is very bad practices are there in that period, especially in that period. Murali and Joktins, they the very little girl, teenage girls, they sent to the temple and for the service of the god. Okay, like that the devdasis are also they marriage with the god devdasis. Very bad practices are there, and they have to stay a single with the god. Okay, like that they didn't allow the marriage, and also these very dangerous and very bad practices were. Then we have seen the Rajarshi Shahu Maharaj. He gave support to the leadership of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, especially. Okay, led the non-Brahmin movement, made the non-Brahmin movement, made law for free and compulsory primary education, made declaration to reservation in Kolhapur state, worked for abolition of caste system, worked to remove restrictions to inner dining, intermarriage and change of occupation. Very great work for this. The Dalit caste is there. Passed an act of intercaste marriage, giving it a legal acceptance. Abolished Balitadari system is there also. Okay. Then Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde we have seen. Okay. Okay. Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde founded the Depressed Classes Mission for the Progress of Dalit. Its aim to make Dalits self respectful, educated, and encouraged in work. It also worked to destroy delusive ideas regarding Dalits in the minds of the upper castes. He founded Marathi schools, work school in Mumbai. He did satyagraha for entry of Dalits into Parvati Temple at Pune and Shetkari Parishad Federal Electorate. Okay, then Periyar Ramaswamy we have seen the greatest social worker. He started movement for eradication of untouchability. Then we have seen Mahatma Gandhi work for eradication of untouchability through the platform of Indian National Congress. He debated with rigid Hindu pandits, stating that the religious text of Hindus do not support untouchability. Gave inspiration to Harijan Sevak Sangha also. Okay, then Baba Sahib Bole we have seen there. Okay, Baba Sahib Bole also got a bill passed in the Mumbai Provincial Assembly for the public water reservoir to be open to the untouchables. Okay, now we have seen the Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar established the Independent Labour Party. He opposed the laws that went against the interest of the workers. In 1942, he established All India Scheduled Caste Federation to put forth the issues of Dalits in an effective manner. Through the Constitution of India, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar made a significant contribution to the creation of social structure based on equality in modern India. In 1956, along with the innumerable followers, he embraced Buddhism that advocated humanity and equality. The struggle for equality has a prominent position in the making of modern India. Now we have seen that about the Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, the greatest leader. We can say the modern Indian leader. Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar was there. He founded the Bahishkrut Hitakari Sabha in July 1924, aimed at building society based on the principle of liberty, equality, and fraternity, worked for uprooting the caste system, led the Chaudhar Lake Satyagraha in Mahad. He burnt Manusmriti that advocated social inequality. He started Satyagraha for the entry of Dalits in the Kalaram temple at Nasik. We know it very well. He started newspapers such as the Mukanayak, then Bahishkrut Bharat, Janta, Samata, etc. etc. He established All India Scheduled Caste Federation and Independent Labour Party. He told the Dalit to be educated, be organized, and be agitated was the inspirational message given him to his followers. Through the Constitution of India, created a social structure based on equality. All these, the greatest social reformer. In one of them, the Karmavir Dada Saheb Gaikwad is also there. He is from the Nasik. We have known the great Dada Saheb Gaikwad Sabhagrah is there. The greatest and the largest Sabhagrah is in Nasik is there. He led the Satyagraha in Nasik for entry of Dalits in Kalaram temple in 1930. Okay, now I think so you can understand this lesson. Read it carefully, try to understand it very well. Now the exercises is given here, question and answer you have to write in your homework notebook. Okay, thank you very much, students.